30 seconds? Okay. Oh. Okay, he said give him about 30 seconds. Yeah. All right, looks like we are live. I see just all black up here. Hold on one second. Find out from Jude. Jude, are we good? Okay. All right, Zach, we're ready. Well, hi, everyone. I'm CBS 19 Chief Meteorologist Brett Anthony here on our YouTube channel, our CBS 19 Plus stream, and, of course, on the YouTube channel with, or I should say, our Facebook page with an update on the winter storm. And we have had some changes from the National Weather Service this afternoon. They had a webinar middle part of the afternoon, discussed some trends with the storms. Yesterday, there seemed to be a bit of a northward trend. Today, it has come back to the south. So our original thinking that we were talking about all along looks like it's going to be pretty much on track here. We're looking outside, not much going on. It's all quiet. It's all clear. I do have the Facebook page up, so if you do have some questions, please post those in the comments, and I will try to answer and specifically let you know. I've got Brittany saying hello, so hi. Larry Wayne King also saying hi. Larry Wayne, thank you very much for joining us here this afternoon. Right now, the temperature outside sits at I'm going to call it a balmy 43. It's about as warm as we've been since last Friday. Dew points are down around 19. We have high pressure right overhead. It is extremely dry air that is in place. And we have a north-northwest wind at 10 miles an hour. So we're going to see high clouds move in tonight. There may be on some radars, you'll see a little bit of precipitation showing up. It's likely going to struggle against that very dry air. So it will, what we say, moisten up or saturate the atmosphere from top down. And that will take until tomorrow morning for that to happen. So it may be a while before we actually see precipitation. You see my little desk here. I'll move this back here. All right, what we got? We've got, will Smith County be getting some snow? Larry Wayne, yeah, I think Smith County will see some snow. It could come in first half of tomorrow, but I think more so what we'd be talking about in the snowfall category for Smith County would be Friday morning. So we have the weather impact alert for tomorrow. Freezing rain and snow and rain and sleet. All types of precipitation are possible. 100% chance that we're going to see that. Friday morning, a chance for some morning snow showers. Then it's sunny, up to 49 on Saturday. Richie Allen, hey, hi. Thanks for stopping by and watching. We got Linda watching. Thank you, Linda. Appreciate you checking in with us. Rebecca wants to know about Alto in Cherokee County. Alto in Cherokee County has a very small chance to see a little bit of light ice or maybe a few snow flurries throughout the event. All right, right now, too warm, right, for snow. Not always. You know, it can snow when it's about 45 or 46 degrees, but the other layers of the atmosphere have to be a lot colder. That's not the case so far. Well, it is actually the case today. So if we had clouds and snow out there, we might actually see wet, slushy snowflakes with the temperatures around 46 degrees. But not the case. We have high pressure overhead. This high pressure is going to continue to move away. It does continue to bring in the colder air tonight. Meantime, we've got a surface low pressure area forming in the southern Gulf, and we have low pressure out over western Mexico. These two forces are going to combine to start increasing the moisture and bring some warmer air into our area as we go through Thursday and into Friday. So here's the latest. National Weather Service looking at some of the data and then upgrading the winter storm watch to a winter storm warning, and also now including Smith, Gregg, and Harrison County. It's extended out till noon on Friday, and then pushing farther to the south, a winter weather advisory. So Panola County, Rusk County, Cherokee County, also Anderson County, Henderson County being added from the National Weather Service offices in Fort Worth. So we're a little bit farther to the south. Alto, as I just answered, in that winter weather advisory, so there's a chance to see a little bit of light ice, maybe just a little bit of light snow. Let's talk about the winter threat Thursday and into Friday. I think we make it through the overnight hours tonight fine, and then we get to about 9 o'clock tomorrow. The onset of the precipitation could be a mixture of snow and sleet and maybe a little bit of freezing rain. And that could last up until the middle part of the afternoon. So we have a little heightened black ice concern here through the early afternoon hours. Not much in the wind chill concern. Winds are fairly light. No power outage concerns at that time. We get to about 5 p.m. Warmer air begins to be drawn into the system. And so there could be a changeover to rain or freezing rain. Bridges and overpasses are going to be the biggest concern, especially after sunset tomorrow, if those decks, those surfaces, cool down to below 32 degrees. So black ice may start to increase again later in the night as rain increases. There should likely be rain late tomorrow night before it changes over to snow Friday morning between 4 a.m. and 9 a.m., and that could create some black ice once again. All right, a lot of folks watching here this afternoon. Appreciate everybody that's tuning in. We've got Janice Day, Margaret, thank you for watching. Deshante, thank you for watching, appreciate you. Brittany Rose is also watching, and William wants to know what Brownsboro is going to get. Well, Brownsboro likely, I'll show you here with our future Skycast in just a second, but Brownsboro is out in that area where the onset of this is likely a little bit of snow. And then some sleet, but like everybody, there may be some freezing rain and rain mixed in. There's the storm tonight. It's doing pretty much what I expected it to do. If you've been watching CBS 19 going back to last week, I talked about this Texas-style setup for snow that involved this big high-pressure system off the west coast of subtropical high that had to be anchored by a surface high-pressure system over Canada. That developed. And this was the wild card here. Would we get a storm in the southwest, and how fast would that storm move out? And the track of that storm is also sort of the wild card here. Well, the storm is there. It's moving now to the east. You can see all the moisture starting to flow in toward East Texas. This is Pacific moisture. We're also getting some Gulf moisture. So in addition to this being a winter weather producer, this is also going to be a heavy rain producer. It's a good thing that some of this is just all liquid, because if it was frozen, it would just be absolutely catastrophic. But that's not the case. It looks like a lot of this, again, will fall as rain. But the potential is for it to stick on some surfaces, and so we could have some slick spots develop. All right, latest winter storm severity index came out from the Weather Prediction Center. If you've been watching also, you've probably seen us show this graphic where at times we had Smith County that was in an extreme impacts. Well, that's continued to shift to the north here, and so we're talking about moderate to perhaps some major impacts. So what's the difference there? Most of this is likely going to be bridges and overpasses and roadways, secondary roadways, untreated roadways, especially between Mineola and Gilmer, where there could be a couple of inches of snowfall headed into Friday morning, Thursday night, Friday morning, so some black ice potential there. So it's not a catastrophic, it's not going to cripple us. In fact, by Friday afternoon, we could see some melting of anything that has fallen, and then Friday night into Saturday morning, some refreezing, and that could cause some black ice. So that's a sort of another little wild card in all of this. All right, so we talked about Brownsboro. Let's take you through a future Skycast. I'll see if we've got any other questions coming in here. We do have Kimberly, again, as I mentioned, Jacksonville here. All right, so we'll talk about Jacksonville. We've got to talk about Brownsboro. Bailey, you are welcome. Says, thank you for keeping us informed. So Anderson County might get freezing rain, I hope, and rain, I hope. Anderson County, yes, could get a little bit of freezing rain. Will Rusk County, Henderson get snow? If you get any snow in Rusk County, it's not going to be a lot. It may snow, but it may not stick. But anyway, this is Thursday morning, 11 a.m. The pink area here is likely going to end up being a little mixture of sleet and snow. All snow back up toward the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex. If you were headed to the Cotton Bowl game for Friday, you would run into a lot of trouble the closer you got to Dallas. Dry through 11 a.m. in places like Kilgore, Henderson, and Marshall. Now I'm going to take us into the afternoon. This is 1:30. And again, these areas in pink are sleet and snow. It increases just a little bit. There could also be some freezing rain in there, while it's all rain in deep East Texas. And then look at the moisture increasing out here to the west, just west of I-45. That starts to move in Thursday afternoon, 3 o'clock. So here we go with some of these bridges, overpasses, colder air flowing underneath the decks of those bridges and overpasses can freeze that surface. So if it's untreated, this is where we could have some problems in terms of black ice. 3, 4, 5 o'clock tomorrow. It may still be dry down in deep East Texas, but then we have warmer air coming in and a change over to rain. Let's just hope that the surface temperatures are above 32, because this would just be all liquid and would essentially melt any of the ice off the roadways. But this just continues with ice starting to push towards Sulphur Springs, Mount Pleasant, and the snow going farther north of the Red River. And then overnight into Friday, now this little clover leaf of snow here. Now our in-house computer model is not going to reveal a whole lot, but there is some data out there that's going to push this all the way through. Notice that the temperature here is at 33 at Mineola, Canton, and Athens. That's at 1 a.m. The air aloft, the air at about 10,000 feet to 5,000 feet goes below freezing. And so as it falls at snow, because it's below freezing, it should support it as snow all the way to the ground. So that's is where I think we could pick up a quick inch of snowfall from Athens to Tyler to Longview to Jefferson and up to the north. Maybe 2 inches at Mineola, Gilmer, maybe 4 or 5 up at Mount Pleasant. Henderson could get maybe just a little under a ½ inch, but maybe just a little bit as the storm moves out, and also down toward Jacksonville. And then Friday afternoon, we're back up close to 40 degrees again. Everything melts, and then overnight colder air comes in, and we've got refreezing possible into Saturday morning. So if you want me to break down how much snow and ice we could see, I think it's 2 to 6 of snow from Terrell to Mineola to Gilmer northward toward Mount Pleasant. It may end up being on the low end if the freezing rain moves in there or some sleet. 1 to 2, Athens, Tyler, Longview, Marshall. Likely, if it's 1 to 2 inches of snowfall, it's going to be a slushy 1 to 2. If it's a ½ inch of snow, it's going to be a crusty ½ inch of snowfall as it comes in with the colder air. There's still a chance to see a little bit of ice, not much, and then less than a ½ inch of snowfall down toward Henderson, Carthage, and Jacksonville. It's all rain, central Nacogdoches and Crockett, and points southward. All right, future freezing rain here. I'm just going to show you one piece of data. Now, the graphic I just showed you, this graphic is my interpretation of taking all the maps together and using some expertise here and doing the forecast. Now, if we want to talk about what I think is going to happen, or if we want to just put in some machine or artificial intelligence, you might say to this, this is what it's generating. It's pushing in about 1/4 of an inch of ice and freezing rain at Gilmer up toward Jefferson, down toward Marshall, over toward Canton, and a little bit at Tyler. So that would be enough to cause things to be slick. It would also cut in to those snowfall totals. And future snowfall, same holds true here. Even though this shows Tyler at 0, I think this band is a little bit farther to the south. So it's probably from Athens to Tyler over to Longview, maybe around an inch of slushy snow, and then over toward Henderson about a ½ inch of snowfall. How will Big Sandy be? I know we were on that line of uncertainty. Sarah, Big Sandy, likely we'll see a little bit of snow, but again, everybody that was watching is going to have the chance to see sleet and snow, then eventually a change over to freezing rain or rain, and then back to snow as this system moves out Friday morning. So Big Sandy is right in that little area to see maybe up to 1 or 2 inches of snowfall. So if you're watching, and unless you're in deep East Texas, everybody has a chance to see. How will Gilmer be? Okay, Jacob, great question. Let me talk about that. So what about black ice? That was the question. If you were with me just a little bit ago, and I'll go back one graphic here. Let's say that we get a little bit of freezing rain in these areas. Well, now we'd have black ice mainly along and north of Interstate 20. And this kind of goes along where the winter storm warning is. The winter storm warning extends into Smith County, into Gregg County, and also into Harrison County, and then northward with winter weather advisory south of that. So if we're going to have problems with black ice, again, it's going to be between 2 o'clock in the afternoon tomorrow and 7 or 8 o'clock tomorrow night, where we could have the best chance to see freezing rain or sleet causing some problems. And then again, late Thursday night into Friday, you've got that little band of snow coming back in. So how are the roads? Tonight, no travel concerns, fine for evening events. Just gas up the car. I certainly don't want to be out driving around tomorrow and not have enough gas to get back to where you came from. Thursday, bursts of freezing rain, sleet, snow, and rain will make travel hazardous at times, especially late Thursday morning into Thursday afternoon. Bridges and overpasses would be most susceptible to icing. Friday, change over to snow Friday morning, causing some icy spots, afternoon melting, then refreezing Friday night and Saturday morning. So All day Thursday, we've got the weather impact alert. The alert impact mainly is hazardous travel. I don't anticipate much in the way of power outages. Wind chills are not going to be a big concern either, but certainly need to stay warm and stay connected. Keep those devices powered up so that you can stay on top of the forecast. Our other storm checklist here is supplies for home and car. Check your smoke and carbon monoxide sensor. Have batteries for your flashlight in case you did lose power. Bring the pets indoors. Canned fruits and veggies. This is a good idea. If you did lose power and you had to, or you couldn't get out, or something caused you not to be able to get to the store, at least you'd have some canned fruits, some canned vegetables to make for a meal, and then of course bottled water so that we can all stay hydrated. All right, let me recap with the storm timeline here. Thursday morning, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. It's snow, sleet, and freezing rain. I mean, it is about every possible type of precipitation that we could see, becoming more widespread by the afternoon. Once we go past 4 o'clock, for sure, we got to watch for black ice, especially on those bridges and overpasses. Then Thursday night, a changeover to mostly rain, but it stays snow and freezing rain to the north. Let's watch for potential icy spots still. If there is a protected area where the surface did not get above freezing, even into, say, Rusk or Cherokee County, there could be a potential icy spot, but bridges and overpasses would be more susceptible than anything. And then Friday, 4 a.m. to noon, rain changes back to snow and sleet. 1/2 inch to 2 inches of snowfall possible for most of anybody that's going to get snowfall. Deep East Texas, it's going to be all rain. Nacogdoches County, Angelina County, San Augustine, Sabine County, likely Houston County and Trinity County won't see any type of wintry precipitation. All right, so here's the forecast. The weather impact alert for Thursday, 100% chance, freezing rain, snow, rain, and sleet. 70% chance for morning snow showers Friday, up to 38. Down to 25 Saturday, so a hard freeze, 49 for the high. Lower 50s on Monday, and Tuesday back to the mid-50s by Wednesday. All right, so we're going to get ready for CBS 19 News at 5 o'clock. That's coming up here in just a half hour. If you found this helpful and you're watching on our YouTube channel, please like, subscribe, or comment below, or share so that other folks can see this video. Same holds true, CBS 19 Plus. You can click the link and you can share that out, and of course on our Facebook page. But I appreciate your time this afternoon. I'm CBS 19 Chief Meteorologist Brett Anthony. Have a great afternoon. We'll see you at 5.